Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net, emphasis on the .net, and we are here today to start out with Earth, which includes Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, September 8th to the 14th, 2019. And I was a little perplexed. I didn't know which card to pull, so I pulled three for the first one. Pulled two for the first one. I'm just not 100% sure which goes first. Seek. I think that's what we're looking for this week. And what it is, I'm not 100% sure. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Maria. Hi, Mark. Seek. And people on the spiritual path, we are doing that. We are seeking. If you're like me, it's a drive. You just sort of get this, you just get this feeling you've got to do something. You're not 100% sure what, but you just get out and do until that feeling, that drive feeling, doesn't go away. At least I haven't found it go away yet. But while you're seeking, you want to do it in the form of being detached. Why? Because that's when you make the better decisions. And that's where you make where life situations don't bother you quite as much. They don't. For instance, you get a flat tire. Well, this is what happened to us about 5 years ago. We had a little red Corolla, and it started to act really funny, and we didn't know what was happening. I mean, but it's chugged so badly, we had to pull over to the side of the road. Transmission was gone. That was huge for me because, well, at that time we were living paycheck to paycheck, and we didn't have extra money for a new car or a new transmission. Turns out I should have gone somewhere else because the guy says, no, we're not going to fix your transmission. This car's not worth it. But that was huge emotional for me, stressor. If I could have done it from looking back like I can now and going, interesting. I would have done it differently if I had not been so emotionally involved. I would have gone to my first choice rather than some stranger to have my transmission worked on. But that's the difference between doing it from the first person and detached. If I used a detached mind, I would have made a better choice for me and the car at that time. That's years ago. I mean, from now we have a car that I adore, and you know how people are. We love our vehicles. So the first card for Earth, it's an interesting card. It's the Six of Cups. And how I read this one is not necessarily how other people read it, but I look at it, and this is a card of choosing. This is a card of choosing how you're going to look at your life. You can choose to look at it in beiges and browns and ho-hum, or you can choose to put in brilliant greens and bright blues for the sky and the grass and make that little shack into a cabin that's wonderful. It's a choice. This week is all about you making a choice for yourself. And if you make what I would consider the right choice, but isn't necessarily the right choice, of doing it vibrant and bright and shiny, then you come up with the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands is all about magic. And we did earlier today on Wisdom Seekers Facebook, we did a talk on the God mind, Elizabeth and I. And she's one of all my readers are great, but she's a great reader. But she's also very educated. And one of the things she talked about was everyday magic. And everyday magic, again, is coming from the place of detachment, where you don't live it firsthand, you live it kind of secondhand, but where you can see the joys and the happiness, Where before, when I looked at the little red car, all I could see was, oh crap, what am I going to do? Well, we went through a lot of oh crap to get to the car we've got now. But would I change those memories? Absolutely not. Some of them are actually fun. But there's little magics. It's the magic, well, as Elizabeth said, the magic of washing dishes. Water is a cleanser. It's a clarifier. So washing dishes can be magical. It's also a way to make sure your health is clear and fine. And so you're doing it, washing dishes in the physical, but you're also doing it spiritually. So everyday magics, that is what you're choosing right now. And where are we coming from? It's interesting. I got the hangman. And the hangman is lots of things are happening. And this is behind you. It's not present. It's behind. But lots of things are happening in the energy, shifting and changing. You cannot necessarily see it yet. It's a patience. So who came from a time of having to be patient to make the decision how we're going to deal with the life. And what is just below us, and this is again how I read this card is 10 of swords. And how I read this card is most, because there's always going to be something happening as long as we live or breathe. Most of our slings and arrows are in the past. We are now heading towards bright daylight joy. Again, everyday magic. It's a choice. It truly is a choice. So that's just behind us. And now if we go with the assumption we've chosen everyday magics, the next little bit of our life, and again, it's a week, is 8 of Wands. And 8 of Wands is being exuberant, being on top of the world. But, and the but is not a negative, but we are focused, we are grounded while we do it. And that would be living from detachment. But we're still looking, we're still seeking, we're still going forward. And what coming up for us? The 3 of Wands. And this is a business card. It doesn't have to be business. Basically, it means taking control of your life, being responsible for who you are. You might make a few wrong decisions. Nothing wrong with making a wrong decision because that's how we learn. And we don't learn from making always right decisions. We learn from making wrong decisions. So we do want to make wrong decisions because they're the right thing to do. I know, convoluted, right? But by doing that, we bring us to the six of swords. And the 6 of swords is you're just about where you want to be. You're getting to a place where you want to be. You want, and in this case, it's being home by the home fires. So we're getting to the place where we want to be, where we are comfortable with ourselves. Again, we want to go back to everyday magics. What will that bring us? Well, it should be just one card, but I'm going to read all 3 of them. It's 3 of Cups. We get to have a celebration. We get to enjoy our lives. We get to live our lives fully. And that can be somebody in a wheelchair who lives their life as fully as they can, to a young toddler at 3 who obviously lives their life fully, to a young 25-year-old who is just starting out and is a little afraid to be on their own, but they're living their life fully. And what will that bring us? Well, I've got 2 major arcana. So the choices you make this week are not binding, but the choices that you actually make are very important because major arcana gives you more energy. So that's 3 major arcana. All right, so you get the Sun. And I call this my Candy Cotton Joy Sun card because it's true spirituality. And as I've said often, true spirituality is joyful. It's very happy. That's, again, magical energy is happy energy. You can use it negatively, but why would you? because in the end, the true joy is going to bring you what you truly want. And the last card, it doesn't really fit, but I'm going to put it in anyhow. It's the Justice card, but I call this my light worker card. And the light worker chooses how to live their life. They cut away that which is no longer necessary, and they rise up in balance. So their heart becomes light. And as your heart becomes light, you become balanced. And balance or grounded or focused. These words can be interchangeable in this essence, is what we're seeking. And how do you do that? You become detached. But while you're doing it, you're seeking. And while we're living, while we're breathing, that is what we do. We keep looking. We keep looking for that which is just out of our fingertips. And does that say, oh, we're never happy? No. We can be happy all along the way. It is just the nature of man to keep on trying, asking for more. And that's how it should be. And now I will ask my daughter what's happening.
Debbie says hello. Elisha and Elle, hello. Maria Herrera says hi again. Mark Abernathy says hello. Mellow Yellow says hi with a waving emoji. Eyes Like Stars says hello. Taurus. Janet Preston says hello, my dear.
Hi, Janet.
Tori Avalos says hello back. Virgo is here. My man is Taurus. Debbie says, why are my feelings for Colette so intense? I've never felt this way before. Did we know each other in a past life?
Exactly. As soon as you said my feelings are intense, I thought, oh, life, alternate life reading. Yeah. Let me see if I can tune into it a little bit. So it's the same old, same old. You love that was unrequited. You wanted more and you couldn't have it. Papa says no, and whisks away, sort of thing. The energy like that. So it was a lot of watch this. Watch how things move with you too. It doesn't necessarily mean, how do I say this, that you cannot have it this lifetime, but you do want to cut the old energy consciously, cut it, cauterize it. You don't want anything seeping out or seeping in. But the intensity from the other lifetime, well, basically you're teenagers, right? You know how intense teenagers feel emotionally. You're bringing that forward. Breathe deeply, cut out all that is from another lifetime and allow this lifetime to be the ruler, because this is where you're working from. And I could probably keep on going, but I'm not sure where I get. So I'm going to stop there, Debbie.
Eyes Like Stars asks, Elisha, when will I get a new car? Or another car?
Another car. All new to you? I see you. This is kind of cool. You're really giddy with it, excited and happy, and the everyday magic, like I was talking about. And I don't feel that it's as long away as you think it might be, or I could be 100% wrong. It could be too far away, but the feeling of, for me, November, end of October, November, feeling is strong. And I have to put in a disclaimer. I'm not really good with time. I'm not really good with living in time. So I could be 100% wrong. I have been a year out, but I don't feel that it's that a year out. I think it's before Christmas, and I just see you just giddy with excitement and just loving that little, well, to me it looks blue, but I see in black and white, little car. And I'm hoping like heck it's exactly what you want, because you sure look happy. Okay, long disclaimer there. All right.
Also, another added disclaimer on top is we stay away from dates, places, and people's names.
We do. And quite often, for timing, I will give you a
Season.
flower or something like that.
And
Sooner past, sooner if not later,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
and the reason why we stay away from
Because you
names
could, yeah,
is because if you'll stop searching for love or anyone, you will stop being open to anyone and look for that specific person.
so like for instance, me saying I see a little blue car might be that you will only look at blue cars when that hot little red number over there was perfect for you. So I try to stay away from things like that because I want your free will to operate as fully as possible. It's important to me.
And on that note, Yasmin Fox asks, "What does my ex feel about me?"
Confused, confuted added, upside down, unsure. I could keep on going. He feels like he's been turned on his ear when he thinks about you. And I'm not sure how long it's been, and I assume it's been a couple of, at least a few weeks, if not longer. Whatever he is still emotionally tied to you. I'm not saying he's getting back with you. You didn't ask that question. I just know that the energy between the two of you is not finished yet. And look very carefully at yourself. You can choose to let this go, or you can choose to keep the energy there in the hopes that he comes back. And thank you very much.
Jen Ganda asks if she could get a card, please. I'm a Taurus. My ex is an Aries. He just messaged me last week telling me he missed me. Is he still in love with me after that? It's been 1 week. He has not messaged.
Okay, well, yeah.
Also,
I can do cards.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as accurate as I am, but I'll give you a card.
Also, welcome Jen
Ganda.
Ganda.
Yeah.
She is a new viewer.
Yes, and the other the bright colors attract my attention. I'm a bit of like a dragon. I like things that are shiny. So I didn't quite finish with with the ex. I feel that that this is a choice point for you, whether you truly want this energy back or not. I don't feel anything negative from him towards you. I don't feel anything negative for him. I mean, you might have hard feelings, but I mean, ultimately, the basis of your energies is not it's not tarnished yet. Okay, so card for Jen.
Yeah.
I call my middle daughter's name is Jen, and I call her Princess Jen. So I love the name, obviously. I will do a card, and then I will do what I usually do. So interesting card. I'm just gonna pull 3, to be honest. I like 3s. Oh, interesting. Okay, so first card I pulled was a Hermit. So he didn't call back. He said he misses you and he still loves you. He's in this hermit stage. He's pulled back, and let me tune into him. He's terribly scared. He's scared that things will not evolve, that they will stay the way they were. So he's thinking things through seriously. A hermit, by his nature, is somebody who contemplates. All right, so the next card is the moon. And the moon is all about growth and coming to greater knowledge. It has to do with the subconscious. And what he's afraid of is that you pull up in him emotions he doesn't want to look at himself. You trigger the emotions in him he doesn't want to look at for himself. And the answer to how to deal with it is Two of Swords. You go forward blindly, knowing exactly what you want and know exactly what you want. And while you're going forward blindly with courage and in balance, it's very, very important that you remain in balance, because you go out of balance, he's going to turn and run like a deer caught in the. All right. So, and let me ask him directly. He really, so at this point, 45% of him is yearning for you. 55% of him is afraid. So if you can take time to look at what caused the disruption, deal with that disruption within you. You're the only one that can do it. You can't deal with his side of it. You can only deal with yours. But if yours is not there, when push comes to shove, it's not going to be there to deal with. All right. And I'm going to suggest strongly, there was two things you can do. One, you can get a anybody who has questions about guys that are not there, you can get a compatibility report from Elizabeth on my website. It's $30, but she's good. It's worth it. And I recommend highly you go back to Wisdom Seekers Facebook page. On Wednesday, there was a manifestation meditation. You can't manifest the guy back in your life, but you can manifest the energy that will allow him back in your life. Go there, do the manifestation meditation. It's good for forever. But while you're doing that, manifest a bunch of other things as well. Highly recommended. Anna Lou she's a powerful theta healer. I highly recommend it. All right, I think.
Okay. Tari Avalos wants to know, will me and Arthur live together later? If so, around when?
Can't give you a win. As I said, I'm lousy at wins. So what I'm seeing, there's three branches, three potentials. The main one is you will live together. The other one is you'll live together, not it will mess up. The third one, of course, is probably you won't live together for a while. But in all three of them, you do end up living together. Again, I'm going back to, if you want it to last, what caused your breakup? Because getting a guy back, that is not the most important part of a relationship. Figuring out what caused the problem and what you can do within yourself that will not recreate the problem. Because getting back together doesn't mean you still don't have problems. It just means you got back together. If you want to have him come back and really want it to work, figure out why. And he does want to, very much wants to. The main thing is, and I seem to be seeing Christmas time, and that could be from Halloween or Suhan right up to New Year's or Christmas or Easter, not Easter.
Thanksgiving.
No, Chinese New Year. So go for it.
She also adds, to be honest, you are one of my favorite readers / mediums.
Thank you.
I feel like you are always so correct in your answers. Just wanted to tell you, thank you.
You know what? It's always good to hear that because if anybody who does this, they're always trying to get the feel of what's right. And to know that yes, I'm doing right strokes my subconscious. So my subconscious says, hey, you're good. And you get more, and I get more answers right. So convolutedly, thank you.
Also, like my mom said earlier, everything she sees are potentials. Nothing is set in stone.
I honestly, it's extremely important that you have free will, because if that shiny door to the side calls you, then you want to go look at it, right? And it might not have anything to do with what you had planned for your life.
So I'm gonna move on because we might do another one today. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, it's 4:00.
Lady Lisbeth says hello.
Hi.
CF says hi. Debbie says thank you. CF asks hello. How does Pete view me?
He's funny. Pete is, I mean. So Pete looks at you and he's got this kind of speculative look in his eye. At the same time, he likes the style. He likes how you present yourself to the world. Has he made up his mind yet? Not 100%. Getting there. I mean, keep on doing what you're doing. It's working. And I can see the hooks. And I don't mean negative hooks. It's just that you're drawing his attention. And he likes joie de vie. If you have a great deal of love of life, that is what attracts him. He likes the spur of the moment as well as the thought out. So, for instance, it's Friday night and you go, hey, let's go out and dance. He likes the spur of the moment. At the same time, he also likes, on Sunday, I'm planning a picnic and I would like you to come. So a balance. Don't be too joie de vie, but make sure that's at least 50% of you. All right. Balance. But happy balance.
Quickly going back to I Like Stars reading, she says, I'm starting a new job, so it'll definitely be before Christmas, and my favorite color is blue. Thank you.
I like blue too. Our car is blue.
Yes.
Pretty blue.
Lady Lisbeth asks, is the person I'm with, Robin Paul, serious? I don't know. It's on and off with emotion, and we've been together for 4 years.
Okay. He's got used to the status quo. So he's comfortable with it. Figures it can go on forever. You, on the other hand, want more out of life. He's not going to change unless you can change something in you that makes it so that he notices that you're not going to stick around forever. If you're not tied to him and you can think about it, back off for a while. Don't have to go dating anybody else, but just back off for a while and let him come looking for you. My biggest my biggest input would be, if you can, it's time to have a serious conversation with this guy. It really, don't waste your life on perhaps. I've seen many people do it, and you want to take it to the next level. And if he's not ready or not willing, don't waste your time, and you walk away. There will be A, somebody else there, and B, he might actually go, it's worth, I better take I better step up. Can't promise it, but it for at this point, I do believe it's time that that you want to make a decision, and this is for your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Did we get pink drop?
No, I was just about to get there.
Okay.
So Pink Drop wants to know with a $2 super chat. Hello, how will my teaching practical go? My mentor is terrible. She is spreading lies about me that she apparently heard from my university. Will I pass?
That's bad. Because I know the kids. Oh, okay.
She's jealous.
Yeah, she's jealous. That's exactly what I got.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you advice. Write down absolutely everything. Find out if she actually heard lies from your university, because that's not kosher. It cannot be. It's not allowed. And if somebody did that, then they need to lose their job. Write down everything that you're doing, that she's doing. Date it in times precisely, so you have all the information to be presented if it's necessary. So your mentor, unfortunately, is really green, kind of the vile color green, not the pretty green. Would dearly love to fail you, and is looking for any possible reason to do so. But so far, she hasn't found a reason, not a true reason, and she knows that she will have to back up her reasoning. If you give me permission, I will do a clearing.
For you, not her.
Well, for both, for the situation.
Well, yeah, but I mean, not. Anyhow.
Yeah, but if I can clear her energy, we'll clear the other energy. Yeah. But I'll do a clearing for the situation. I'm actually really good at that. Amazingly. I'm not. Yeah, I guess I am. I just am. Okay, so please feel free to either message or let Elle know.
Yep.
And I will do a clearing, and then you can message me. My name is Eliz-sha Keating in Messenger. That way I get feedback, and you can participate and help me help you. All right. At the point at the point she cannot fail you, because you have done nothing wrong. But her green-eyed envy, I have no idea why. I have a vague idea why. Okay.
All right. So Mark Abernathy asks, will this cycle end for me?
All cycles end. I don't think that's the exact question you were asking, is it? Let me see. You're actually pulling yourself out of it. And I see that it's extremely difficult for you. It's like pulling yourself out of quicksand without anybody helping you. But you're doing it. Instead of it up to your shoulders, you're up to your waist now. You're doing it. This will end. Try and shake all the sand off of you before you move on. Don't bring any of that crappy emotion with you. Do the subconscious stuff. Again, go to West Wednesday, which was 2 days ago. Look up Anna Lou's meditation. Write out 20 things, 20 plus things in the present tense that you want to manifest. Do it. Wisdom Seekers Facebook page. It's got the phoenix on it. My phoenix. So my daughter's making me a new phoenix, and we're going to switch that around.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
And it's a pretty phoenix, too, that we're going to change it with.
I worked hard on it.
It's beautiful. I love
it. Moving on before we give away spoilers. Jeanette Preston says,
hi, Jeanette.
Can you see things starting to get better for us anytime soon?
So what I'm seeing around you, Janet, is, you know, those old sailing ships, and they throw out anchors. I'm seeing a lot of anchors and cannonballs that are attached to you that are weighing you down. I would suggest that you take a cannonball, look at it, and release the energy. The fact that you are physically hurting all the time makes this extremely difficult. I know you do the best you can. I highly recommend, after you've used the doctor, and I recommend doctors. I wouldn't be alive without mine. Google natural health remedies, and Google natural energy remedies. And you know Nikki, she does biofield energy. She will do a 10-minute blast of energy for $20. I use it every 2 weeks for my puppy, and it's done amazing things for him. He's still going blind, but his consciousness is improving. Sometimes we just need a little extra help. And you don't have to do that every 2 weeks. You do once a month, once every 2 months. It makes a difference. She does biofield on her Wednesday meditations. Go back and listen to it. Anything that will give you just a bit of a lift is going to help you physically, is going to make a difference. And the more you can release the subconscious drama, and it's subconscious drama, it's not conscious drama, the easier your life will become. And this is a good question, because that's exactly what we're talking about this week in the energy for Earth. Okay, hon.
Malapala asks, what is Gemini's plan of action towards me?
I'm sorry, this is kind of funny. He says, I'm going to sneak up on her and she's going to catch her unawares. So he's not going to be straightforward, basically, is what it's saying. He's going to come in from left field where you're looking right field, if there's such a thing as that. Obviously, I'm a sports fan. Yeah, he's not about to tell me what his plan is, because he says, you're just going to tell her that I know you, because we've talked enough times now that he can feel me in the energies. It's amazing that happens, but I have people turn around and talk to me consciously and say, yep, I'm not talking to you anymore. But he's not. He's just saying, I'm not going to tell you because you'll tell her. So he has plans. He does plan to come back. He does plan to come around. He's going to be sneaky about it.
Spoilers.
Just always wear nice clothes.
Next question comes from LA Hummer. She says,
and I know that means now. My other daughter informed me. Geez, nothing to do with cars.
My name is Maria. I'm 31 years old. I'm talking to a guy named Miguel. He's 40. We are talking every day, and he suddenly stops talking. He's talking this week. Not sure what is he thinking.
Cold feet, got scared, got too real. Back off. Don't reach out to him if you're interested in him. He's also realizes that in his estimation, not yours maybe, in his estimation, 10 years is a bit of a gap, and he's not sure that he can handle it. And you said you're talking to him. Does that mean you've met him yet? Because I think there's also stuff he hasn't told you about himself.
She hasn't met him, but she does miss him.
Okay. I do think he's forgot to mention a few fairly important pieces of information.
And yes, we've dated in the past, so she has met him.
Okay. It still
Sorry.
feels like he's left out a bit of information that's pretty important. He's not sure he is capable of giving you everything that you need, and it's not disrespect. It's not like, well, you're not good enough. It's simply he is not sure that he is good enough for you. All right. He's got a bit of an inferiority complex. If you're truly interested in this man, support is the best way to go. I suspect from your name, Miguel and Maria, that you Latin heritages. And when I'm talking to you about him, the word empanadas comes into mind. So maybe he loves empanadas, and you can make some for him. And while you're doing that, send them up here too, because I love them too.
Yeah, theirs are so good.
Yeah. But I don't know why. That just came into my mind, and I've learned I get something, just give it. So empanadas.
Okay. So we have a couple of questions, and then will he contact her again? Just quick.
The energy is not finished between the two of you. He is a little bit afraid. Do not reach out to him. Allow him to reach out to you. You can send cute little pictures, though, of whatever, if he likes doggies or horses or funny little memes. You can do that. Just don't reach out to him. Say, hey, what's happening? All right.
Okay, so we have a couple of questions, and then I'm gonna shut it down.
Yes, because we have to go back and save a computer, not mine.
Okay.
No.
Where are we? Okay. João Fermino asks, "Hello, darling. Any messages towards my career? Will I get the right job opportunity soon?"
So you have passion when it comes to job opportunities, right? So the answer is yes. Things are going to move because you put in the energy, you put in the passion, you told your subconscious exactly what you want over and over again, and it's heard. So things will start to move. If you're in a job, stay in the job until it raises its head. If you're not in a job, take a job, because getting a job or getting what you want from a job is always easier than getting it from no place. Doesn't matter what the job is. It just matters that you're working. And in the meantime, have a little fun. I think you kind of miss that part out in your life at times. You're so focused that you forget to have fun. And it's when you have fun is when things integrate. Okay.
And our last question of right now, maybe of the day, we'll see.
We'll probably be back tomorrow.
Comes from Rocks99, and they ask.
It's 999. He took 1,000 away.
$9.99.
Okay.
Who are these people who message me anonymously? They don't tell me who they are.
Block them. I'm sorry.
Quick, simple.
Block. Yeah, just block them.
Don't engage. It's not drama you need.
No, and it's not healthy. They're not healthy, and they're it will not end up fun. They're simply
trolls that need to go live under a bridge.
Well, basically low-level scum, which I know there's no such thing as, but in this case, they're acting like low-level scum. Doesn't matter what they say, whether it's nice and sweet, you've won $1 million, you're beautiful. Don't go there.
Just real quick from Lori Dotson.
Hi, Lori.
To a little levity from. She asks, should I ask for a raise? I say yes. That's just me. I'm not the reader for a reason.
She's a good reader. She's just really obnoxious.
And I'm not nice about it.
Either. My answer is yes. If they don't like it, they'll turn you down, but at least they'll know you want it. And it might not be the raise you're expecting, but I suspect you will get a raise. It does feel like they're a little bit cheap. But, a little bit is better than nothing, right? So, yeah, I know you, Lori. Well, I know you a bit. I suspect you know how to ask for a raise.
Oh. There's another question that I accidentally missed. Sorry, Jasmine Moore. Why is my spirit calling me to get yellow fluorite crystals? Because they're pretty.
I love them too. Fluorite is a very powerful energy. It enhances psychic abilities, spiritual abilities. Yellow is a very high vibration. It's a color of intellect. It's also cool. I suspect that if you get a yellow fluorite, that you're going to find that you understand things intuitively more and quicker. And hey, they're pretty. Just get one. You might want to get two. You might want to carry one in your purse as well as have one at home, and if you have an altar.
Okay. She says thank you. Ginseng says thank you. Oh, hello there, Amy.
Hi, Ginseng. It's been a while.
Lily, if we're
hey, Lily.
Just saying goodbye, so if you want to give it a couple of minutes and watch the replay, you don't have to watch it all. It's 46 minutes long, but feel free to watch the replay. And those who those of the fire element, that's Leo and two other ones, I don't know.
Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius.
That one. Go back onto our channel to watch the replay of the live that we did earlier this morning.
And Lily, we've talked about you. Elizabeth and I talked about you. We missed you today when we did the conversation with Elizabeth.
It's 4:30 for us. We still have to get food ready for supper, and
yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
For earth and water? No,
water and air. And the only reason I know this is because I have it written in front of me.
Yeah, I'm going off memory. Sorry, Ginseng. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with the last two weeklies.
Yeah, we're in Pacific time.
Yeah.
That's why it's 4:30 here.
We're 3 hours ahead of East Coast.
Yes.
The other West Coast.
Yeah, the other one.
It's somebody's West Coast.
So thank you, everybody. It's always a blast. I always enjoy myself thoroughly. I hope I've given some more than psychic advice. I hope I gave you good advice. So
also
going midnight. Oh, you're in the UK.
Yeah.
Cool. I love hearing where people are from.
Yeah, it's so cool. So
love you too, Gabby.
Again, a reminder to get notifications of when we go live, because we don't have a schedule.
That's right.
Ring the bell for all notifications, and our next 1 hour Q&A
will be
is Monday with Erin.
I believe so. I'm kind of confused about her schedule.
But
yes. Also, it's no psychic advice, but on Sunday at 11 Pacific time, I'm going to be doing I call it catching up with the God mind. It's just a moment in time where we talk about spirituality. I'll do a short reading on spirituality. I'm going to try and find a guest to pop on and debate things and answer questions on spirituality. Everybody's welcome. It went surprisingly well last Sunday. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And everybody's welcome. Wisdom Seekers Facebook page.
Links are in the description. Also, join our newsletter for other events that we might forget to mention, and double check on our calendar on the website wisdomseekers.net for even more events.
Yeah, we have
impossible times.
It's very colorful, so there's lots of things happening.
Wow, those are so cool. Lori Dotson says, I have 5 dragons. The eyes are going to be the color of the eyes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Facebook too. Awesome. So we hope to see you all there, and we will be back tomorrow for the rest of the weeklies.
And that's all I have planned for tomorrow. Yay. Namaste, namasko, and I thank you, everybody.
Oh, birthstones. That's so cool.
That's
lovely.
Sweet.
Bye.
This is a flash. Thank you.